Just when we thought Diddy's issues were gradually fizzling out, it looks like day in, day out, the issues tend to aggravate. And this time, federal investigators have officially opened the platform for all Diddy's accusers to be outspoken about the conversation. And this time, they're going to have an open federal grand jury so all these accusers could come out to also have their say. Now, it's getting very interesting because all the 7 out of the 8, we all do know the Cassie has officially settled her issues with Diddy, but still it's opening the doors for people who initially thought that the opinions and accusations would not be greeted with a lot of justice, are officially going to be granted the amnesty of hearing their message. And so we'll get to details of this shortly, but these articles and publications recently was officially encapsulated by the Rolling Stone, who seem to have gathered a lot of details about it. And so it looks like gradually the Sean Diddy Combs, the most powerful sought-after black dude musician, the black mogul producer's life gradually is crashing. Now, he's not just going down alone. His biological, son is also part of this conversation. And in the article, guys, you have to stick and open your ears and listen because it has a lot of gist in it. And of course, let me straightly get you into that. Now, it says that the possible witnesses have been notified by the investigators that they could be apparently brought into the to testify in front of a federal grand jury in New York City. Now, according to one sources who apparently also we contacted about this information, it says that bringing these individuals who have filed civil lawsuit against Combs before a grand jury will mark a significant escalation in the government's ongoing investigation involving the producer and the Bad Boy Recovery, a records founder. We all do know that Sean Diddy Combs, who apparently has been named against 8 civil lawsuits, will be indirectly be faced with a lot of charges. If, of course, we all do know that in some cases, the lawyers or the laws have said that he's guilty, and that's with the Cassie issue, which apparently they have settled with a $30 million settlement. And so for Cassie Ventura, that issue has been, let me just say fizzle out a bit. But a spokesperson for the Homeland Security Investigation Agency, that's the HSI, has also declined a comment on the existence of the grand jury, but however noted that the investigations remained ongoing. Now, these potential witnesses have not yet been prepared for testimony, but both sources apparently have told the Rolling Stone and CNN about this, saying that the HSI is investigating, and of course, I've gathered enough evidences about this. And so, guys, just like I said, we thought all these accusations and, of course, accusers about Diddy and all the abuse and sexual molestation that he apparently greeted all these people with. Finally, there's going to be an open jury for this. And, guys, you just cannot understand how excited people are about this news because finally we're going to have another. Well, it's not still everyone is happy about this news because once again it has to do with a black mogul in the industry, and that is a bit of I don't want to get so much into the racial conversation because the law is just working, like the law is just taking its course, but people just want to make the conversation about how the Hollywood industry is so fixated into crushing or crumbling down the blacks as against the whites who maybe commit felony or other injustices in the part of Hollywood. But this is a criminal, civil investigations that people have been, speaking about. I remember so well when the Cassie issue came out, a lot of people were slamming Cassie herself and saying that she has no evidence and she just wanted to put Diddy's reputation into disrepute. And in as much as she came out venting and speaking about her predicament, even Diddy's closest friends, I remember so well that nobody was able to authenticate the fact that indeed or justify the fact that Cassie had enough evidence to these claims and were willing to support Cassie about this conversation. However, looks like everybody was just fixated on helping Diddy, who happens to be their friend. And so, judging from this latest publication, guys, we should be expecting something very gory, in as much as a lot of people are happy or excited about it. So there's going to be an open jury who apparently are going to sit on this case, a grand jury, I'm just saying, which apparently a two-source party has confirmed. That's the Rolling Stone and life is actually gradually crashing. I'm not happy because I'm not happy. Literally, like I'm not happy for the justice. These people are going to say, but I'm not happy that once again it has to do with a black person because R. Kelly suffered saying, let's talk about Crosby and all. Like, just name them. Like, it's just insane how all these blacks find themselves in so much mess, and it really does not paint so much good picture to the black community in Hollywood. It's like everybody has to be in the news for something very insensitive. But I'm so happy that this actually is going to give out the platforms for all. Now, just imagine how people are actually going to come out and speak about these horrendous practice. Diddy. I'm just imagining how people are coming out. Bear in mind also that Young Miami has also unfollowed Diddy. So there's a question mark on about why she unfollowed Diddy. Could that also be the fact that Young Miami wants to come out and speak? I mean, I've been asking myself this question since she unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. She was the only person standing firmly behind Diddy, and unfortunately now, looks like she's backing out. I'm just hoping that Young Miami is not part of this. But if she is part, I just would not be surprised about this. So the information right now is investigators apparently are preparing to bring all the seven apparently because Cassie is out, accusers of the business mogul Sean Diddy Combs. And this time it has to also do with the son who also was charged with a sexual assault against other ladies involved. Remember that a lady came out saying that Diddy tried to get intimate, let me just say, with her in the hotel. She apparently was drunk, like tricked, and drunk. And later, she woke up the next day and found, excuse my language, but she found like she has been molested sexually, and she could smell sperms all over her system, like her body, and she just didn't like how she was smelling. And she lodged a complaint. But she just didn't know the case went by and it just ended up in, under the carpet like that. So justice was not served until the whole Cassie issue brought out again another conversation, which all these accusers and victims are coming out to allay their fears. And I'm so excited about this, okay? The only shameful practice here is the fact that none of Diddy's friends so far have come out to say anything so far about it, not even Jay-Z. Not in fact, Kevin Hart seemingly has been trying to shift or drift away from the conversation. But dude, we saw you when you were actually rolling everywhere with Diddy, so don't try to be smart and just extricate yourself from this, because you have been Diddy's best friend so far. When 50 Cent was warning us about Diddy, all of you remained shush. Nobody came out to say anything, and all of you thought that 50 Cent had gone bonkers, and he was just being such a petty black, envying a fellow black person. But here we are hearing the main issues, and it's so real, like it's actually realistic. So all these claims so far were not just hallucinations or not just delusions, or in fact it's actually something that really happened. It really happened. I'm just imagining how Diddy's family are feeling. Like, I mean, did any of you see the video where he was kicking Cassie like a ball? Like, who does that? I think it's just crazy. Like, in this 21st century, like, we have guys who are so, I don't know if I should say misogynist, or they're so just not so compassionate about the feelings of others, to the extent that they could just, because they have the superior hand, I don't know, but they feel like they could just do anything at all to anybody and go scot-free because they have superior powers that could shield them from everything that they do. But thanks to law and thanks to advocacy, a lot of people have found their voice and are speaking up as they should. I'm so happy. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how this turns out in the justice system. Much more the fact that feds are actually still bringing out more accusers to also speak on this. We'll get you more updates as and when we do get information about this. But fingers crossed, we're actually going to get more details about this. Thanks for watching.